guys, I wanted to make a video, right, talking about why you shouldn't try to save others, right? And when I say don't try to save others, I mean like people that, are doing the wrong thing, like drinking alcohol, like that kind of usual shit, right? Why you shouldn't try to save those kind of people, basically, right? And in this video, I was gonna give you like a list of 3 reasons why you shouldn't try to save those kind of people, right? So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Okay guys, first reason, right? And it's very simple. It's because people already know what to do, right? That advice that you're about to give, that whatever kind of advice, that necessity that you're about to give to these people, they already know what to do, right? This isn't the first time they've heard it from you. This is probably like the 50th time, right? They've heard it from social media, they've heard it from their friends or family, or they just simply already know that they shouldn't be doing whatever kind of thing they're going to do, that whatever kind of addiction, right? They simply already know, and this isn't like the first time, basically, right? These kind of people, they already know what to do, and so in essence, you're basically wasting your time trying to save these kind of people because they've already heard it before. This isn't the first time. They've already known what to do for the longest time, right? You have to understand that, right? That these people are like grown adults, right? Or basically smart enough to understand what they should and shouldn't do. So if they're trying to put themselves in harm's way on purpose, then you shouldn't be trying to sit up here and trying to save them, especially if they have already known what to do for the longest time. You also have to understand, right, that we live in a world where it's like getting advice is not impossible. It's very effortless. You have social media, you have friends and family, you have it all. Get the kind of advice that you need. So if you're still struggling with a certain kind of addiction, then it's almost as if you should be trying to save these kind of people because they already know what to do. Adding on, right? It's not even the fact that we live in a world where it's like it's very easy to get like advice. It's also because like people already have like a natural, like innate sense of what to do, right? They've already had like a natural like instinct of how to like survive, basically, right? Because we're not like stupid people, right? All of us are like smart in our own ways, right? And we have like a level of like intelligence where it's like, oh, if I smoke so much, it's not a good thing, right? Oh, if I masturbate so much, it's not a good thing, right? So like those kind of people, right? They all have like a natural innate sense of what to do. You, me, like everyone else in the world, we all have like a natural innate sense of what to do and what not to do. So those kind of people, right, they've already known what to do, not just because of like social media or just because we live in a world where it's like getting advice is not impossible. It's just also because like we live in a world where it's like we're very smart people, we're very intelligent beings, right? And we already have like an instinct of what to do. So it shouldn't be hard, right, to not save yourself. Okay guys, adding on, right? Finally guys, right? These are also people, right, that just also don't want to be saved, right? They just simply don't want to be saved, right? You just have to understand that these are also people that would rather enjoy, right, drinking, would rather enjoy like masturbating every night. These are the same kind of people that would rather like indulge in their addictions than try to change, right? So then these are also people that just don't want to be saved, right? There's nothing you can do if they just inherently don't want to be saved, right? They can tell you every kind of excuse, but then actions will always speak louder than words, right? I get that we're all like good people that want to save like others, right, from themselves, right? But if they don't want to be saved like inherently, mentally first, then there's nothing you can do to convince them to change, right? To convince them so that they can be saved, right? You also have to understand that in an argument, right, if they're already so set in their beliefs in the argument, there's no amount of arguing, there's no amount of debating that's going to change an opinion that someone already has, right? They're always going to have that opinion, right? So the same kind of logic applies here, right? And it can apply to anything that's very like analogous, right, to this kind of video, to this kind of debate analogy that I've just made, right? There's just people that just don't want to be saved. So just do yourself a favor and don't waste so much energy and time into people that already don't want to change at all, right? Just invest your energy and time into people that want to be saved, that needs help to be saved, right? It all starts mentally for that person, right? And if they haven't changed mentally, then there's nothing you can do. Okay guys, second reason, right? And this second reason has already been alluded to, right, in the first reason, right? And it's simply because you waste your energy, right? You waste your energy and time. At the end of the day, it's like a man's life is already pretty difficult as it is, right? We have to, like, there's a lot of weight on our shoulders, right? There's a lot of, like, expectations from us, right? Compared to that of a woman, right? You guys should already know, right? Any guy with common sense should already know that a man and a woman's life is two completely different things, right? We go to two completely different trials and tribulations, right? So as you guys know that, right, a man's life is already pretty difficult, and in my opinion, way more difficult, right, than that of a woman's life, right? So if our lives are already difficult, why are we wasting time, right, trying to put energy and effort into people that are unappreciative of it, into people that simply don't want to change, right? Or in the case of this video, right, don't want to be saved, right? Once you guys like understand that, You guys should be guarding your energy. You guys should be guarding your time. You guys should be using that to invest into yourself, right? Because these kind of people, right, they're the kind of people to like waste your energy, to drain you until you got nothing left. And once you got nothing left, right, you can't use that to build yourself up, right? Because I've already said, a man's life is hard, right? Nobody's coming to save you. Every guy would tell you this. Nobody's coming to save you. So you have to obviously other than your family, right? So you have to invest into yourself, guard your time and energy jealously until you're in a position, right, to expend it, right, to people that are in need. Like I've said before, right, we should be guarding our energy very jealously, right? Because it's very sacred, right? In this case, our energy and time are basically the same thing. Right, the energy that you can use that are being invested into others, you can use that to invest into yourself, right? Become a better man than you were yesterday, to build our value, to build your value into something great, right? So you should be guarding like your energy very jealously and should be using it to things that are very worthy of your energy, right? Instead of using it into people that are not very appreciative of it, because our energy and time is like very sacred, and it's the very tools that can be used. It's the make or break kind of tool that can make you into a great guy, into a great man of society, or into nothing, basically, right? And it doesn't take much to become nothing in society. It doesn't take much. It takes a lot of effort into becoming great. So like I said, you should be guarding your time and energy jealously, and you shouldn't be using it into things that are not worth your time, right? It should be into things that are very worthy of your time. Okay guys, last reason, right? And you should focus and this reason, right, is basically that you should focus on those that are already trying to change, right? That are already trying to seek help, that are already trying to change, right? This video isn't about me telling you not to go and try to change people at all. This video is about me trying to tell you to focus on those that are already trying to change, right? I've already made the mental switch to change, right? These are the kind of people that you should focus on trying to help, and not those that simply don't want to change, right? And it's very simple, right? It's because those that are already trying to change will inevitably change, and you just come in here and expedite, right, the inevitable, right? It's probably going to take years, not just months or weeks. It's probably going to take years, right? But eventually that change will happen. It will overcome any kind of addiction, any kind of laziness, whatever, right? That change is going to happen, right? And you will be the catalyst, right? But it all starts when that person has made the mental switch that they want to change for the better, that they want to change for themselves, right? And you don't get that by focusing on those that are unappreciative of your help, that simply don't want to change. In other words, right, you don't get that by focusing on those kind of people. You get that by focusing on people that have already made the mental switch, that are willing to change, that are willing to grow. Adding on, right, you shouldn't feel bad for focusing on people that are already trying to change, right? You shouldn't feel bad at all, right? Because I've already given you like the reasons why, right? A man's life is already hard. Our time and energy is sacred. You shouldn't feel bad because you're basically investing time into things that will give you a return, basically. But in this case, right, you're just helping people trying to change. You shouldn't feel bad. I've already told you this, right? A man's life is already hard, right? We live in a harsh life. The world is not kind upon us, right? We need to try and become better and beat the world back, right? A man's life is already hard, so why are we making it harder by focusing on those that don't want to change, right? And then our time and energy is sacred, right? These are the tools that will make us into great guys, into great men of society, right? So if that's the case, right, why are we trying to waste time and energy on those that won't change, right? I'm not about to sit up here and tell you that that there's, who knows, that you probably could have been the guy that could have forced that person to change, right? Even though at first they weren't trying to change, right? You probably could have been the guy that was trying to save that person, that could have actually been successful in saving that person, even though at first they looked like they weren't going to be saved at all, right? But often than not, right, those kind of chances are very few and in between. So if those kind of chances are already very few and in between, right, you should at least focus on chances that look at least 100%, and basically on those that are already trying to be changed, that are already trying to be saved. And that's basically what you guys should be doing, right? Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys another time.